All right, round 4 comes back to me for the favorite tabletop team up, inspired by Marvel Team Up. You might not know that. Was that the one where they teamed up somebody with the Thing or with Spider-Man? I don't remember. Was it Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
Okay,
It was
'cause there
usually
was 2 in
Spider-Man.
one,
Yeah.
and then there was Team Up. I didn't know which one did what. But anyway, what we do in
Yeah.
we don't. It could have something to do with superheroes, but it doesn't this time. In tabletop Team Up,
Usually does. If
you
it's
either
me.
take 2 games, team them up together to make 1 game, or you can take a theme that's not in a game, but you wish it was, and you put that theme in. So what we're doing today, we got the Christian theme with the Christian board gamers on the show. And so we're going to take a game, insert a Christian theme into it, and then see how it comes out. See how it works. Is that really something that would be a good game to play? And so also, before we get going, let's do a little update of the scores. Joe is sitting on top with 11. Daniel and Ray are tied with 10.
Nice.
And I'm trailing with 8 because Board Game, believe it or not, really tore me up today. Nobody could. These guys are
make
just too
excuses.
good. But okay, we'll go ahead and start with mine then on the tabletop team up. And I took a game that I really like, and that game is Pursuit of Happiness. The Pursuit of Happiness, a really good game where you're playing your life. You've got worker placement. Your workers are time. You're just, because you only have so much time in your life to spend. You're trying to have happiness. And so I thought a great way to make this a Christian theme game and make it truly happy would be to make it the Pursuit of Holiness. And so in the Pursuit of Holiness, you can still have like short-term happiness and long-term happiness like there is in the game, but like the short-term happiness might be from things that are a little questionable that you're doing, but it might give you an advantage. But then you could go work on it. You do group events just like you do in this, where you're like, I'm going to start this missionary service or something. And then other guys like, oh, I went on that too. And then you guys all get, long-term happiness from the things that you do that you should be doing. I thought I think it'd just be a good port over. A lot of times my games are completely a joke. This one I think would actually be a good port over to a Christian game. And then for those of you that must have Bible trivia in your game, there would be another version called Trivial Pursuit of Happiness. Trivial Pursuit of Holiness, my bad. And so there you go. Then while you're going along, you could also answer some trivia questions and collect little books of the Bible. And then after you get your 15 books of the Bible or whatever, you can win the game. So there we go. What do you guys think about Trivial Pursuit of Holiness?
You could also do jumping jacks in Trivial
You could do
Pursuit
jumping
of
jacks. That's
Holiness.
optional. Yes. That's Pursuit of Healthiness.
I want to know if you're going to fix that part of Pursuit of Happiness and Pursuit of Holiness where the best strategy is to divorce your wife at the
Not
end.
true. Maybe she passed away.
So killing your wife is the best thing to do in the game. Is that what you're saying?
You're old. She passed away. Things happen. You trip over things all the time.
This message is not supported by the Christian Board Gamers podcast. We would just like to note that at this time, this is a purely around the board, and we're back. All right.
No, it's fair, but no. I'll tell you, the flaw in that game is that
That's not a flaw.
It takes so much time to be married in this game that you have to divorce your wife at the end. It's a flaw.
There's
in the
no
game.
divorce
I hate it.
mechanism. She just dies.
You just get rid of them. You just shoo them out.
Anyway.
of there. Get out of
Maybe
there.
that's
Speaking of
why
divorce,
Paul said it's
Ray, what
better
do you
not
got
to
for us?
marry? He knew that in this game it was going to cause problems.
Better not to marry. It's the first.
Ray,
I
I
love
hear
that.
you have something really good for us on this.
Oh yeah, so I was coming up with all these ideas, and I landed on. I actually am a big Indiana Jones fan. I like the adventure theme and going in search of treasure. And so a game that I really like is The Lost Ruins of Arnak. And I thought, man, how great would it be if it was the Lost Ruins of the Ark of the Covenant instead of the Lost Ruins of Arnak? So essentially it's the same game, but it's present day. It's not like set way back when, right? And you are whoever you are, and you are in search of going for the Ark. Like you have a lead and you're like, I know where the Ark of the Covenant is. And so the goal is to get there. And along the way, instead of fighting like 3-headed monsters and all these demons in the caves and stuff, you're actually just fighting the Nephilim and Philistines in the land when you get there, right? You're still got to get all your resources and get your maps and all these things along the way. But here's the problem though. You're in present day and you have present day issues. So you're trying to get over to this land, but like your flight keeps getting delayed. And so like you can't get out of the airport, or there's nobody to watch your kids. And so you have to find a babysitter. So like it's you really know where the ark is and you really want to get there, but you're just having all these troubles. Like you have to do support raising and financial issues because you got to sell your house so that you can get over there and be on
Wow.
mission to get the ark for the next 3 months. So I think this is a game I would like to play. Hopefully everybody else would like to play it as well. So.
I was gonna say I stepped into a support raising role, and now so this is my life now.
Yeah.
I have no.
I was about to say that felt very personal, Ray. Like, do you know where the Ark of the Covenant is right now? Blink twice if you do.
I'm gonna.
Well,
I don't know. I
runs-
thought it was very light on the adventure, very heavy on the home management
Babysitting.
aspects of this game. I don't know. It's
Yes. Hey, it runs like the parable though, right? Like if you found a treasure, you're gonna go ahead, you're gonna sell your field and come back
That's
and get
right.
it. Yeah,
That's
lots
right.
there, lots there. All right, I support you.
I love it, Ray. That was great. That was wonderful.
I don't know that I'd play it, but thanks for sharing.
once again you're being encouraged to divorce your wife because then
Yeah,
you
And yet again, another message not brought to you by the Christian Board Gamers podcast.
All right,
Man.
Joe. What was your idea? You're the game designer here, so you
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
blow
yeah.
us away.
Oh, here we go. Yes.
High
Well,
expectations.
They should be high. Yeah. No, what's crazy about this, man, is I wish I had brought like really cool visual aids like John, who's got stickers and like literally like amped this out. Although you can see the game I'm referencing right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with Anachrony, the Eschaton. So I actually took the game Anachrony, which if you know anything about it, it's about a cataclysmic event that's happening on a planet, and you've got these exosuits, and you're going out into this world, try to collect resources. It's a worker placement game, resource management game. Resources are very limited, and you're trying to get as many scientific things done as you can so that you can go off, leave the planet, and go into another planet and start over. Well, I thought, how cool would it be to make that centered on, eschatology and the eschaton and judgment day, right? So you have the same idea, but instead of exosuits, you're dealing with angelic messengers, right? And you're going out into the world and you're growing in your faith, and so the resources are representing faith and wisdom, and you're actually going out and also trying to win souls for Christ, right? Like the end's coming. And so Anachrony has a time loop kind of mechanism where you can time travel and you can borrow resources from yourself. But instead of time travel, I was like, hey, it'd be super dope if we had some prophetic vision so you can actually see out ahead, and that would actually prepare you. And so you kind of have some blessings that come along with that, right? So you go in and you're using this prophetic vision, you see something, you're like, wow, now I know. And it actually sets you up for more success in that. And the whole point is that there's eventually going to be time that runs out. Like Jesus' consummate return will come. That triggers the end of the game, and for an end game scoring, really, you're that's the only part about this I couldn't quite land on, like how to figure out end game scoring. But I came up with this idea that the final scoring, right? I wrote this down so I didn't mess this up. The final scoring represents how well players prepared their communities and themselves for the return of Christ. Players are not determining eternal destinies, but rather seeing the impact of their faithfulness in light of biblical teaching. How that plays out on a score track or anything like that, zero idea, no clue. But I thought it would be a super fun thing to play. And so that's Anachrony, the Eschaton.
Nice.
Yeah. Boom. Hammered
love it.
down. I'm out.
Two reactions real quick. I think I need to learn some Greek and Hebrew to play this game because it sounds pretty deep.
It
But-
just means, the end, right?
Oh, I understand now, yes.
Eschatology. Yeah. You're
Oh,
good,
we all
you're
know
good.
it.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
worries.
Yeah,
But,
we totally knew that. I definitely did.
but I didn't know Anachrony had time travel and all that. in it.
Yes,
So is
yes.
it kind of like in Bill and Ted's where you're just like, Bill, don't
Yeah.
forget to leave some resources right here. And here
Right.
they are. Cool, dude.
Actually, as a matter of fact, you do play as Bill and Ted. In
Nice.
Anachrony.
Okay, I
No,
gotta get this.
yeah, it's actually, I love the game. It's one of my favorite worker placement games. That I've played. It's super fun. The time travel really is you're just borrowing resources from your future self, but if you don't pay it back, it creates time paradoxes which mess up your player board, and so you lose points and can't necessarily complete certain things, and so it can be costly to not repay those resources back in the game, and it's a time track that the board kind of flips over in some ways to indicate that, hey, the end is coming. So it's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun. It's a great game.
This is now I'm in our 80s show. I think I should have done Bill and Ted's Excellent Anachrony. That would have been pretty good.
That would have been
Yes.
so good. So good.
Daniel, what do you got, buddy?
All right. Well, it's funny because I was like so focused on not like doubling up with anybody, I kind of forgot like how to be a little humorous with it.
That's
So,
all right. Randy forgot to
my-
give us points this whole segment. So
No, he's gonna pick the best. I think he's gonna pick the best at the end.
oh, okay.
So what's gonna happen? So what I picked was something that was kind of like bland. But it's gonna work. And
To
that is-
Bethlehem. Oh,
It
sorry.
is Bethlehem, exactly. No, I'm gonna call it. It's essentially a retheming of Coimbra, and I would just call it simply Babylon. And what it would be is you are playing as Daniel, Radshak, Meshach, and Abednego, and your goal is to go up on the education tracks, but through the different cultures. Because if you're familiar with the book of Daniel, the Israelites were captive by Babylon, and they were taken into captivity. And the smartest of the smart, wow, he just got up and left.
He just
That's
got up
how-
and left in the middle of it.
Woo!
He's like, I am so not into
Oh,
what you're saying,
yeah.
bro. Deuces. That was
Deuces.
amazing. Continue.
Find my
Yeah.
brain.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Love it.
Already losing me.
Nah, I deserved it. No, but like I said, it was boring. I will admit, but it's gonna work because it's about Coimbra is about raising your ranks in the education and the universities, because Coimbra is named after a Portuguese cities that has universities in it, blah, 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 whatever. So you would be learning the different tracks of the different religions in the area. And then there's a part of the board where you have to maneuver around because you're doing research. But in this game, it would be the vision board. It's you are traveling around to different leaders and to the different noble houses, interpreting their dreams for them. So okay, so yeah, this is boring. Okay, so my
Just
other
say,
one,
throw the sign back up, John. We need to
right.
throw it back
You would
up.
have to call that one instead of Babylon. You would have to call it Yabalon because there's already a Babylon. So you have to put a soft J at the front.
Soft
So that way everybody knows it's different.
this is Yabalon.
Yeah, Milan.
So
I
Okay.
like it.
Well, I have another quick one. Okay, just real quick. Okay.
Oh my
this one,
gosh, here we go.
No. Okay, no. I went
Only
that
one of
route
them
because-
count.
No, that's fine. But last time I did Dude, Where's My Car? Dead of Winter, okay, a Crossroad Games. And I was like, I don't want to do another like Secret Trader and deduction game, but I actually thought of another one, but it was too close to my last one. And that is,
Yeah.
I don't know what to call it yet. You can help me work it out, but it's Battlestar Galactica, but it would be Judges of Israel. And what it is you are all trying to take over the land of the Canaanites, but some of you judges are horrible and you're actually traitors. And you're going around, you're taking land, and then when you make the jumps, it's like the jump through time, and like you've won and you're ready to rest. But then of course a new judge come along and he sucks at his job, so things get bad again. So that's those.
What
are my
else you
two.
got?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Hold on, I thought that was the funny one. Wait, what is that? Yeah, Ray. This is where it's perfect. It's Yudges. Like now was
Judges. Very
Yudges
good.
of Israel. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. That's right. The soft J again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't go
Of
get
the
my
deep
boring sign
space.
earlier. As I was like, we got Ray and Joe on. I'm not going to need my boring sign. And then, yeah, sure enough, towards the end, I need my.
I
But-
warned you it was going to be boring, John. I told you ahead of time, so that's on you for
I still
forgetting
wasn't
your
prepared.
sign.
So good.
We've
At
got
the end of this-
our behind the scene judge is going to let us know who wins this thing. And so, third place. So we're going to start with third place. Randy, who gets
This
the
is-
third place 1
This
point?
is my only hope. If it's not me,
In third place, Joe.
And it was Joe. Joe got
Okay,
third
all right.
place.
Wow, man, I
Man,
spent
I'm surprised
hours
he didn't
on
win at all.
this. I spent hours. I mean, I'm literally gonna
Gosh.
make this game. Nah, it's cool. It's all right.
you guys better be careful because I'm coming up on the rear.
all
Let's do
right,
this.
Randy, who got second place?
Second place, Ray.
Ray got second place.
Okay.
What?
Whoa.
Daniel's going to get first place?
I'm feeling really good about this now.
I'm gonna tell you what though,
Wow.
if Daniel gets first place, I'm about to represent table flipping Jesus on this show, man. Like we're gonna have a different.
I don't know.
we're gonna
I
have
feel
a-
that way about John. John's was fine. It was funny, but I think Ray and Joe brought it. But that's okay. I'm not the judge. Randy,
The
who
judge-
got number
the-
one?
I'm sorry, the judge is Randy. Randy, who is the first place winner?
First place is John.
Yeah,
Right.
no, I support this. I'm good with this. This is a good ending. I'm
Yes.
supporting this.
I like it.
As long as Daniel's third, I'm happy, I guess.
I
That's
feel
fine.
robbed. My Coinbra idea was great. It would have worked. It could have happened.
Wow. Okay. Well,
said
dude-
no one but you.
yeah. Thanks to that last game, I
thought it was
catapulted up
clever.
into second place here. I'm at
Yeah.
11 points. But our winners are Joe and Ray. How about that? They pulled off
Hey,
the
we
tie. And so we'll probably give each of them a minute here at the end to say whatever they want. So who wants to go first?
I'll start out.
Okay.
Ray's confident. I'm excited
Ray's
about
doing
this.
Yeah. I don't know what I really have to talk about for 1 minute, but I will say that I think that this was great. This space that you guys are doing for the board games, because I am a sports enthusiast and I do watch around the horn. What you guys are doing is awesome for board games, and I love your show. I love your energy, and I just appreciate you guys partnering with us and bringing us on. This has been a blast.
Yeah.
And you guys do have a lot of knowledge of board games. You see how many board games I got behind me over here? Yeah, I think you guys, like Joe said, you know a little bit more than you lead on. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna leave it with that. But this has been awesome. Thank you for this opportunity.
No, thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, no, Ray, you were great. I know you were him hawing a little bit, being a little afraid, but you knocked it out of the park, dude. You
Yes,
you did a
definitely.
great job. We loved having you on. Now, Joe, on the other hand, just kidding.
I was gonna say, Ray, you literally, that was only 20 seconds of talking. So yeah, no, you're good.
That's all I had.
Yeah, no, actually, this has been great. Have absolutely loved it, and as we've talked even in the back, maybe some future episodes. So I'm excited about what could be out ahead, trying to do this kind of stuff. But this is what it's about for us, right? Like, we want a fellowship with other board gamers, right? Believers and non-believers, right? Where we want to sit down at the table and we want to talk about things. And so this is really a representation of our heart in the podcast, where we want to be able to do these kind of things and think it's fantastic. So love y'all, love what you're doing. Excited about FBC Con in general, and this will be that time for that plug, Ray, where we are doing these game changer board gaming retreats. And so we've got one coming up in April. It's April 4th through the 6th, and it's at Camp Living Waters in Luther, Michigan. And we get together, we all hang out as a bunch of gamers. We play games throughout the day, and we've got times of praise and worship as well as messages. It's a great time. We're hoping to start more of them throughout the states and maybe overseas, depending on where people want to go. But just a great time of fellowship around the table, and then a fellowship together through praise and worship and messages. It's just awesome. And there's phenomenal food. So if you want to learn more, if you want to learn more about any of these game-changing board gamers retreats, you can contact us at christianboardgamers@gmail.com, or hit us up on any of the socials. It's always just at Christian Board Gamers. And if you're not in the Facebook group, in the Christian Board Gamers Facebook group, you should get there. So just sort of look for the Christian Board Gamers Facebook group and you'll find it there. So that's my time. I'm coming in on it. So
Hey, thanks for watching a clip from Around the Board. It's a show that comes out every other Thursday where we discuss board games and board game topics. We're awarded points, and at the end, whoever wins gets to be on their soapbox and say whatever they want. So if you want to watch the full episode, find the link in the description below. Thanks for watching.